Mindfully Balanced. How are you today? I thought I'd bring you another nice little flow. This one's going to be a little more vigorous with some standing poses in it, just to help get us a little bit of stretch in our legs, a little strength built here, maybe counteract a little bit of that sitting we're doing so much of right now. So let's go ahead and as you can see, I'm coming to you from Anne's beautiful garden again, and it's a beautiful day, the first one we've had in a while, so we decided to take advantage of it, make another video for you guys. It's nice to have a little backdrop here, and of course we are practicing our safe social distance here, so we're all good. Go ahead and come seated on your mat, finding a comfortable seat, whatever direction you want, and just settle in here. Go ahead and make sure that you have your sit bones making contact with the mat. Legs can be crossed, or you can send them long if that's more comfortable for you. And go ahead and begin to close over the eyes and straighten up through the spine, letting the spine really find that length, drawing the crown of the head up towards the ceiling or the sky, letting the shoulders come away from the ears. Your palms are resting gently on your knees. They can be face down or face up. If you're a little drained and need a little gathering of energy, you can bring the palms face up to gather that energy, or palms face down to ground you, help you center a bit more. And just begin to let the breath come in through the nose and out through the nose. Become aware of all that's going on around you quietly, noticing any sounds, maybe labeling those sounds and then letting them go. Feeling the air on your skin, noticing any smells, maybe if there's a taste in your mouth, just noticing, becoming aware of your surroundings and yourself, and then slowly letting go of each of those things to just be. Noticing your breath as it comes in through the nose, and as you exhale out of the nose. Letting the shoulders melt down and be light. Neck stays long. Just focusing in on that breath. Feeling the connection of your sit bones on the ground, on the earth. And relaxing here, settling in, letting go of all that we had before and everything that comes after, and just being here on your mat. And then I invite you to take 3 more nice deep breaths in, and on each exhale, sigh it out of the mouth. One more time. Returning to your natural breath. Go ahead and bring the hands into heart center and consider an intention for your practice here. Something you want to invite in or let go of, whatever speaks to you in this moment. And taking another nice deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out, let it go, let the hands come back. Now we'll begin to get that nice gentle movement in. So go ahead and bring yourself into child's pose on your mat. So bringing the knees wide to start with. Big toes touch behind, hips come back on the heels, and then you can begin to walk the hands on down into the mat, bringing the forehead down to kiss the earth if you're able. If your forehead doesn't reach, you can grab a book or stack your palms, your fists together, whatever works for you here. Just begin to settle in for a few breaths, letting yourself rock back and forth, side to side. The grass is nice and springy here, and it's making my mat surround me. It's kind of nice. So go ahead and find that nice stillness here, surrendering and letting go. I'm coming up out of my practice of it so you can hear me. Go ahead and settle in. Taking just a few more breaths here in child's pose, letting go and surrendering. I read, I'm going to paraphrase here, but I read something yesterday about how surrendering isn't giving up. It's just accepting what is and letting go. And that really spoke to me at the time. I've known that for a while, but sometimes it's nice to be reminded. So just your little reminder here that few minutes of surrendering doesn't mean you're quitting, it just means you're letting go. and that's a good thing. When you're ready, on an inhale, you can curl your toes under, and on the exhale, we'll send our hips up, coming into downward facing dog. Working our nice V shape here, bending our knees into our chest to send those hip bones up high, pressing both hands equally into the mat. Maybe walking your dog, wagging your tail, whatever movements you find that feel good here in your down dog. We have some nice background music with hands chimes here. It's beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and look between our hands, and as we exhale, we'll slowly walk our feet up to meet our hands, coming to hang heavy and forward fold. You can stay facing the short end of your mat. I'm going to turn just so I'm facing the camera a bit here. Go ahead and let the hands hang heavy. Let the head hang down. I'm going to come out so you can hear me. Go ahead and hang heavy. Let those arms go for a moment or two. And then if it feels good, you can clasp opposite elbows, letting yourself sway. Again, letting that head hang heavy down the neck. Letting gravity pull a bit. Bending into the knees at least a little, maybe a lot. Just to give you that nice, deep letting go here. And then inhaling to drop the hands down, tuck your chin into your chest, press those feet into the ground, the floor, wherever you're at, and begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time, coming up slowly, 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 rising all the way up, and when you reach the top, sweep the arms out and up overhead. Nice big stretch here, reaching the hands up, feet are grounded. Exhaling the hands through heart center, and let's touch our mountain pose here for a moment. Taking a moment to build our mountain from the ground up, feeling our feet firmly planted, four corners pressing down. Energy is coming up. As you press those feet into the earth, you'll feel your calves and shins start to pull together. Your thighs come online. Maybe your kneecaps draw up, but you keep those knees nice and soft. Don't lock those knees out. Let your tailbone be long, keeping that nice gentle curve in the low back, letting the belly wrap around. Those core muscles all coming online to keep you upright, feeling them pull up. And your hands come down by the sides, palms face forward, shoulders away from the ears, pulling back just a tiny bit. Your body is alive. You feel those muscles working, but you're not stiff and unmoving, just strong and solid here on the earth. And then we'll inhale our hands up overhead. Exhale our hands into heart center. Go ahead and begin to lift that left knee up in front of you, letting the foot stay flexed. So almost like you want to stamp that foot down on the earth, finding your balancing point here. And then when you're ready, you can begin to tip forward, sending the left foot back behind. We're going to come in for a crescent lunge. So we're going to set that back foot down, planting the ball of our foot, letting our heels stay up. Our hips are square to the short end of our mat, and our arms are going to come up overhead. If your shoulders are feeling a little tight and cranky today, you can goal post your arms here to give them a little more space. You're still getting all those benefits. We're allowing our core to stay active and our muscles to keep us upright here, making sure that we're not arching into that low back too much. So maybe we need to drop that back knee a tiny bit towards the earth, let the tailbone go, and then slowly straighten it again. Again, we do have some curvature in our low spine, and that is perfectly natural, and we should work to keep that. We just don't want to over-exasperate it here. Go ahead and keep that front knee stacked over the ankle, always working to keep it safe, or it can come slightly behind if you need. Just reaching here in our crescent lunge and feeling it strongly here. And then we're going to take a twist, and I'm going to twist away from the camera here. So go ahead and bring the left hand forward, the right hand back. Reaching your twist around. You can let your gaze go out towards the front or out towards that back hand, whichever feels better for you. We're working our twist from our low belly up. It's just a gentle twist here to start with. And then inhaling, bringing that right hand forward, both hands come back up. We're going to go ahead and grab the left hand with the right wrist. Let me fix that. We're going to grab the left wrist with the right hand and slowly begin to pull over towards the right side, working a nice stretch in the side body here, really opening up that back, that front hip flexor on the left side. And knowing that in crescent lunge, we can always drop that back knee down to the ground if we need to. We're building a little strength here. You're probably feeling those legs burning just a bit here. And then we're going to inhale our way back to center. We're going to bring our hands to our heart center. And then we're going to slowly begin to spin that back foot down, coming parallel with the short end of the mat. Go ahead and straighten into that front knee for a minute, coming out of the fire. We've been in crescent lunge for a little while there. Probably feeling it. Taking a breath here. Go ahead and keep those right toes pointing towards the short end of the mat, left toes pointing to the long end of the mat. We're going to come into our warrior two. So we open our arms up, bend into that front right knee, bringing it parallel over that ankle or slightly behind again. Our body is opening up to the long end of our mat here. Our gaze goes out over that front hand, should be our right hand. Both arms are reaching forward and back, length here. Working to keep our torso centered over our hips. Feeling the feet active here, either trying to push the mat away from each other or maybe pull the mat in. Either is fine. They both activate your legs in different ways. Try both and decide which activation feels better to you today. And then we're going to go ahead and flip the front palm, reach forward just a bit. Exhale, reverse our warrior. Our right arm goes up towards the heavens, our left hand comes down. You can take the bind if that's in your practice, reaching that left arm around to the right hip. Wherever you choose to be, commit. Keep your hands active here. Make sure that they're still there. Maybe wiggle the fingers a bit. It's really sunny all of a sudden right here, so the eyes are closed. My gaze is up, but your gaze can also come down to that back foot. Nice and shady down there. And then we're going to go ahead and bring that right arm down to the right knee, letting the elbow rest lightly. Left hand reaches up. You can also drop the hand down inside the shin if that feels good to you. Always lots of options and always finding the shape that feels best in your body. Working to keep that cervical neck spine wherever your gaze is. Feel those core muscles, especially those obliques, holding you up here. And then we're going to inhale our way back up into warrior two for a breath. And we're going to slowly begin to spin that back foot around, coming back into our crescent lunge again. Reaching the hands up, bending into that front knee. We're almost done with this side here. I know my front leg is fire right now. We're going to bring our hands into heart center. And again, you can keep the knee lifted, or you can go ahead and drop it down if that feels a little better. We're going to take our twist again. So our left elbow is going to come outside our right knee. We're going to keep our hands planting. I'm going to show you here. So that we want to stack our elbows on top of each other in a nice line if we're able to, working that twist. If this is uncomfortable and you're unable to do that, you can bring one hand, the right hand around to the low back, the left hand just gently on the right knee, working that twist upright. Still getting all those benefits, just a little option. And then we're going to inhale our way back to center. If you drop that knee, go ahead and curl the toes, lift the knee up, step that back foot up about 6 to 12 inches here. Reach the hands up, have both sets of toes pointing towards the short end of the mat, and begin to fold over, reaching long, letting the hands come down, bending into that front knee a little or a lot, maybe bending into the back knee if you need to a bit. Letting ourselves just hang here. And then I invite you, you can hang out here or you can walk the hands a little forward. Begin to lift that left leg up, that back leg up. See how high you can get it. You can stay here in standing splits or you can open up into half moon. It's much easier when you're on a solid surface. The ground is a little bumpy here, but that's okay. Working into our half moon, we stack our left hip on top of our right. We flex through that left foot. Those are the important parts. And then we begin to lift the left arm up. Right hand reaches down. Maybe we touch onto a block or some books or something to help us. And then we're going to square off our shoulders, square off our hips. Step that left foot back here for just a moment. And then let's go ahead and move the right foot back, coming into our plank position. From our plank, after we've built our plank nicely here, we can move through a vinyasa or pull straight back to down dog, yogi's choice. So if you want to move through a vinyasa, you can lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling into cobra or up dog, and pressing back to down dog. We will all meet in our down dog. Finding your nice down dog here. One more time. Looking between the hands, stepping the feet up to meet the hands however you get there. Inhale, halfway lift to a flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, sweeping the arms out, bending into the knees, coming all the way up. Arms reach overhead, hands come into heart center. We begin to lift that right foot up, flexing into the foot again. Finding our balance, go ahead and begin to tip forward, sending right foot back. Crescent lunge, opposite side. Staying on the ball of that back foot. Again, letting our torso be long. If we need to bend that knee to let it. We can drop the back knee down to the ground if we need to. We're going to be here for a bit. Go ahead and reach the arms up. Taking whatever variation you need for your shoulders here. Feeling the strength in our crescent lunge here. And then we can inhale and send the right arm forward, left arm back. Taking the twist the other way here. I always say when you're twisting, if you're seeing the same thing you saw last time, you're going the wrong way. Just making sure we stay balanced. Inhaling both hands back up, coming back to the front of the mat. And then we're going to go ahead and begin to grab the right wrist with the left hand and pull over to the left side. Really feeling that nice stretch on the right side of the body, to that right hip flexor. Inhaling back to center. And then we're going to bring hands into heart center. Go ahead and open up that right foot. So now my back is to you. I'm going to flip around on the mat so I'm not completely behind all the time. So that right foot is parallel with the short end of the mat. Left foot still pointing forward. You may need to come out of it here for a moment, giving that left thigh a little break. We've worked it hard there in our crescent lunge. We're opening up into our warrior two posture on this side. So our torso is centered, hips are squared to the long end of the mat. Arms are reaching, gaze is out over that front hand. Go ahead and flip that front palm, reach it forward just a bit. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm goes high, right arm goes down. Gaze again can go wherever you want. You can take the bind if you took it on the other side. Working this warrior, reverse warrior, however it feels good to you. And then exhaling, left elbow to left knee. Right arm reaches high. Coming in for our side angle, you can drop the hand down as before. Your gaze is wherever it feels good to keep that neck nice and long here. Inhaling our way back up into our warrior two. And then going ahead and spinning up on that back right foot once again. Coming back into our crescent lunge. Reaching up tall. I'm going to go ahead and flip around here real quick. You stay where you're at. That way when I twist this time, I'll be facing you. We're going to bring our hands down into our heart center. Again, you can drop that back knee if you want, or keep it lifted, whichever feels better for you. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Twist out towards the left. Right elbow hooks outside that left knee if you're able. Palms press. Gaze is up over that left shoulder, working to keep our neck long here. Again, if this is uncomfortable, bring the left hand to the low back, right hand outside the knee. Twisting upright, you're still going to get all those benefits. Maybe it's a little better. I know if you have a little pudge in the belly like me, sometimes it's easier to twist upright and get that twist working when you don't have all of that compression there around the leg. And then go ahead and come back to center. Begin to curl those back toes, lift up, step that back foot up, coming back into our pyramid. Both sets of toes are pointing towards the short end of the mat. Inhale to find length, exhale, hinge from the hips, fold over. Coming in for our pyramid, letting our head hang heavy. Letting both legs be long, but bending into the knee a little or a lot, whatever we need. Feel that stretch, keep that both heels firmly planted. And then you can stay there or walk the hands forward, lifting the back leg up, standing splits. We're coming into your half moon on this side. Back to the camera, can't be helped here. Go ahead and flex into that right foot, begin to lift it up. Stack the right hip over the left hip. Left hand reaches down, right hand reaches up. I'm just going to turn around and talk to you. Let that left hand rest down on the ground or a block or some books. Or stay in your standing splits. That's perfectly all right too. Wherever you're at, let's go ahead and square off the hips, square off the shoulders. Let's this time step that back foot up, coming to forward fold, the end of our mat. Inhale the arms up, overhead, reach tall, feet firmly planted. Exhale the hands into heart center. Begin to sink down onto your mat. Bum comes down. However you can get there. Legs are long on the mat. I'm going to go ahead and turn this way. Find those sit bones. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale. Hinge forward. Reaching the hands down towards the shins, the ankles, the feet, wherever they go. Working to keep the spine long, the crown of the head drawing down towards the feet area. Noticing that was a little bit of a workout, just doing that nice little standing series there. You don't have to do a lot of chaturangas and vinyasas to get that blood pumping, to feel the strength in your body. A little gentle movement can do a lot for you. Go ahead and inhale your way back up. And then we're going to go ahead and send our arms long over our legs here. Finding that nice length in the spine, reaching our head tall towards the heavens here. Inhale and begin to slowly roll down, tucking the tail and rolling one vertebrae at a time until you're all the way down on your mat, lying down. Bring the knees into your chest. Give them a little love here. Say, thank goodness, that's almost done, right? You can grab into the arches of the feet, coming in for a little happy baby, rocking side to side, keeping the low back on the mat. If you can't reach inside the arches of your feet, you're welcome to grab into the knees, rock as well there. That works really nicely as well. Just make sure you're pulling down towards the earth, keeping those feet flexed. And hello sunshine, I'm not complaining at all, I just can't open my eyes at the moment. Go ahead and bring the legs together, feet flexed, legs up the wall posture. Feel a little like a cat laying here in the sunbeam. It's kind of nice. And then exhale. Begin to lower the legs down, keeping the core engaged, low back pressing, bringing the feet all the way down. And when they reach the mat, make your way into your Shavasana. Go ahead and bring the feet wide to the edges of the mat. Arms long, palms face up again or face down. Whatever you need in this moment. Maybe you need something different than you needed at the beginning of the practice. Wiggle walk those shoulders away from the ears and the hips away from the shoulders. And then just settle in and be. Let go. Feel the ground supporting you. Maybe feel the sunlight on your face. Just begin to enjoy a few moments of silence. I will mind the time. Enjoy your Shavasana. to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. But when you're ready, you can deepen your breath. And once your breath is deepened, you can begin to wiggle into the fingers and toes. Maybe circle on wrists and ankles, just bringing gentle movements into the body to help bring that awareness back. When you're ready, you can bring the knees into your chest. Give them another squeeze. Give yourself a hug. Give yourself some thanks for showing up here for yourself today, taking this time for you. And then slowly letting your knees fall over on whichever side you prefer into fetal posture. Taking that last little bit of breath here. And then finally coming upright onto your seat, whatever seated posture feels good. As we close out our practice together, I invite you to sweep the arms out and up overhead, palms pressed together, coming into heart center, bowing chin to chest. May we all be happy. May we all be healthy. May we all be free. Namaste. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good day.